Kazakhstan is now firmly on the investor migration map. In May 2025, the Central Asian Republic launched a 10-year Golden Visa program, joining a competitive field of countries using residency incentives to attract foreign capital. But Kazakhstan isn't playing the usual game. It's offering something a bit different. While Europe is busy tightening its residency and citizenship programs, Kazakhstan is moving in the opposite direction. For $300,000 invested in either the authorized capital of a local company or in government-approved securities, foreign nationals can now secure long-term residency in the country. This is Kazakhstan's first-ever decade-long residency program, and it builds on its earlier 5-year investor visa. The signal is clear. The country wants more foreign investment, and it's willing to offer long-term benefits in return. But what does this actually mean? And is it worth the $300,000 price tag? The timing of Kazakhstan's Golden Visa launch is anything but accidental. With global investor migration programs facing increased scrutiny, this move positions Kazakhstan as a fresh option in a thinning market. Neighboring Uzbekistan is launching a similar but shorter program in June 2025. Requiring a lower investment of $250,000. But Kazakhstan's offering stands out due to its longer residency term, more developed economy, and clearer long-term upside. The government's broader goal is to use the visa program to fuel its economic transition away from oil and towards sectors like food production, logistics, and manufacturing. This aligns with ongoing diversification efforts that include privatization of state assets, regulatory changes, and the strengthening of capital markets. Investors aren't just getting a permit to live in the country. They're being invited to participate in the development of a regional economic hub. That framing appeals to a certain type of investor, someone who's looking past short-term gains and thinking instead about regional positioning and jurisdictional strategy. The Kazakhstan Golden Visa grants a 10-year residence permit, allowing visa holders to live, operate businesses, and make long-term plans in the country. It doesn't currently lead to citizenship, but it does give foreign nationals legal rights to reside and invest in a country sitting between two of the world's biggest powers, Russia and China. Visa holders will also be able to access Kazakhstan's maturing economy, which has been making moves to modernize both its infrastructure and financial regulations. From the Astana International Financial Center, aifc, to the country's involvement in China's Belt and Road Initiative, there's evidence that this isn't just a theoretical shift. Things are already moving. The program also fits within Kazakhstan's efforts to attract global capital to its special economic zones, where tax incentives are on offer for foreign-owned businesses. Investors with a foothold in these areas may benefit from reduced or even zero corporate tax, depending on how the business is structured. For those who qualify, the Golden Visa gives access to a jurisdiction that is increasingly neutral in global affairs, has relatively low personal taxes, and is actively looking to court international wealth. Kazakhstan's tax structure is part of its appeal. The flat personal income tax rate is 10%, and foreign earned income is not taxed at all. For foreign and domestic companies alike, the corporate tax rate is set at 20%. Though Kazakhstan is not considered a tax haven, its system is simple and relatively transparent. The absence of OECD membership may also be attractive to some, as it gives Kazakhstan more room to operate independently of global reporting standards that are squeezing financial privacy and raising compliance burdens in many Western countries. At the same time, this independence means investors must do their due diligence. While Kazakhstan is reforming rapidly, regulatory consistency and transparency can vary depending on the sector and region. Life in Kazakhstan can be a mixed bag, full of practical advantages and real-world challenges. Pros: low crime rates. Major cities like Astana and Almaty are generally safe, especially when it comes to violent crime. Growing economy. With ongoing reforms and infrastructure investment, Kazakhstan is one of the more dynamic economies in Central Asia. Hospitality. Kazakhs are widely known for being warm and welcoming to foreigners. Modern amenities in cities. Almaty and Astana offer supermarkets, international schools, cultural events, and Western-style housing. Lower cost of living. Compared to Western countries, daily expenses, real estate, and services are relatively affordable. Cons. Language barriers. Outside the main cities, English isn't widely spoken. Russian or Kazakh is often needed to handle basic tasks. Bureaucracy. Administrative procedures can be slow and inconsistent. Human rights issues. The government has been criticized for suppressing political opposition and limiting freedom of expression. Healthcare standards. While improving, the public healthcare system doesn't yet match Western standards. Employment for expats. Unless you have specialized skills, finding work may be difficult. Kazakhstan's new Golden Visa program might not be mainstream, but that's part of its appeal. It's not designed for mass adoption. It's built for a specific type of investor. Someone thinking long-term, comfortable operating off the beaten path, and interested in staking a claim in one of Central Asia's most promising economies. At $300,000, it's a calculated bet on a country that's actively diversifying, building new trade routes, and modernizing its financial system. While it won't appeal to everyone, it will attract those looking for access, flexibility, and upside in a place few others are looking. The window is open. Whether it stays that way or becomes more restrictive as interest grows remains to be seen.